I was thinking this morning how I hear Christians saying that God brought this Chinese virus upon the country. And it's a way that God is dealing with the people. And I'm thinking it's interesting how they see God in that way, where um, the virus, I don't know exactly how it got started, but we've been told it was started in China, either by whatever, but they did it. God didn't do it. Why would God do it? And why is God always blamed for all the negative things that's happening in the world? It was done, I don't know if it's intentionally done or unintentionally, but it was done by evil people. And that's what evil people do in the Old Testament. They suck life out of one another. They kill one another. They lie to one another. They abort babies. They commit murders. They commit crime. They're bringing this up on them because Satan is their daddy, not God's. And just think about it. Had God wanted all this to happen, he would not have sent his son so that you would be protected from it. He gave you a way out of it because he knew how evil works. And evil works through people who do not believe in him, who have not been truly born again. Evil works through them to bring on destruction. It's just so amazing that people see God in the same way they see Satan. I don't know if they realize they do or not, but this thing did not come from God. God is not bringing it on. He's not bringing it on. He's allowing it to happen because he gave you a way out. And if you have decided for whatever reason to not take the way out, then you just have to suffer. He's allowed it to happen, but he didn't bring it on. And the reason I say he's allowed it to happen because he can control all things. But he's not going to force you to not be in the world and of it. He gave you a way out. It's up to you. And the Christians who are saying that God is allowing this or God bringing this up on the world, he's trying to show us something. It's not true. It is not true. Your daddy is bringing this upon you, Satan. Why do God allow little children to die? Innocent babies and little children. Because he gave the parents the authority to protect the children from evil. And so if you refuse to protect your own children by being right and doing right, that's your fault. That's not God's fault. It's in you as parents to overcome the fallen state and protect your children with love. With his love, not mama's love, right? With his love. It's in you to do it, and you're refusing to come out of that fallen state. You're refusing to overcome the nature of Satan, to be born of the nature of your father, then that's your fault. Your kids are suffering. And their fault if they don't overcome it as an adult, as adults. You have it in you. There's a spiritual battle. It's a warfare between good and evil. And within you, there is a spiritual battle going on. A battle of the mind, which is of Satan, between the awareness, the logic, the revelation of God, the love of God. Satan doesn't want you to have it. And because you listen to him, then you have to suffer. He gave it to you. You have the power. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. But no, you rather just study the Bible, quote the scriptures, or you rather repeat the crap that you're hearing from these so-called experts who are not real experts. I have the real experts. Joel, Nick, James, and Chris. They're the real expert. But no, you listen to the fake ones. You know what I mean? So God is not doing this. Don't tell your kids this is from God. God doesn't have to do that anymore to get your attention. He can give you little hints within you. He can wake you up if you want to be awake, want to be born again. It's really up to you, folks. It's not from God. And the Christians are telling the world it is from God. It's not from God. And I remember I used to believe that from the preachers. Oh, God is doing this. He's not. He's of love. He's not of hate. He's not of destruction. So be not deceived, all right? It's up to you, but be not deceived. I like the way that you can either wake up and live or stay asleep, suffer and die. I like that. It's up to you. You choose light or you choose darkness. The president said yesterday, the great white hope said yesterday, that the president mentioned at yesterday's press conference that the next few days are going to be very painful. We should prepare for what's coming. We should prepare for what's coming. And I'm like, that's an interesting statement. I was wondering last night, and I don't quite know why do the so-called experts, along with the president, tell people that 400,000 people are going to die, 100,000 people are going to die, and 400,000 are going to be infected. So I'm thinking, is that to make people more aware, or is that to scare them to death, make them overreact? I'm not sure. And how do they know that many people are going to die? You just got to die. Why not do what you need to be doing, get the medication, do the quarantine thing, and tell people, hey, be safe, watch out for this virus, and we're working on it. So I'm thinking maybe if they didn't scare the people wouldn't do anything. They'll just go on with life as though nothing's happened. I don't know. I'm not sure. Is that a good thing to tell people they're going to die or not? And how do they know how many people are going to die? I'm just wondering out loud, how do they know? I thank God, though, that if ever a time we needed Donald Trump, this is the time. We have the right person in charge of this great nation at the right time. That's why when you live in the present, everything is done at the right time for you. Those who don't, you're out of step with time, the right time. Those who do, then you're in step with the right time. It's amazing because you're either you're not in your imagination. If you're in the present, but if not, you're in your head, and everything is off key. You just don't know. There's two ways of living, either in hell or in heaven on earth. It really is. It really, 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 really. Mamma mia, oh la, si senor, it really is. And it's really the responsibility of the men of the world today. It's the responsibility of the men to point the way for the women and children. It really is. It's just that order, and nothing else is going to work. Now, you can deceive yourself, or let your daddy and Satan deceive you that, oh, women can do it too. And it's not a put down to women, it's reality. Like it's not a put down to men to follow Christ, right? Believe in him about the Father. That's not a put down, that's just the way it is. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the JLP Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.